You're 30. You're broke. You're lost. No direction. Feels like everyone passed you by. Wanna know why? Because they did. You stare at the ceiling in the darkness, listening to your own thoughts echo off hollow walls. Bills pile up on the nightstand. The alarm set for 6 a.m., yet you hit snooze more times than you can count. Scroll after scroll through social media. Filtered snapshots of success, promotions, engagements, dream vacations. While your own life feels like a blooper reel. Sound familiar? Good. Here's the brutal truth. You're not broken. You've been lied to. Society planted a virus in your head. An infection of expectations, timelines, and false narratives about success. By 30, they said, you should have it all figured out. A solid career, a supportive partner, a new car, a nice apartment, maybe kids. Miss that train? Too bad. You're labeled a failure. But guess what? That train never existed. The tracks were laid in someone else's yard. While you were busy playing their game, life passed you by. This is your wake-up call. Your last chance to stop playing victim and start reclaiming your destiny. I know what you're going through. I've sat where you sit, crushed by debt, haunted by regret, convinced my potential had expired. I remember nights whispering, what if I never figure it out? What if I end up alone, broken, defeated? Bad stuff happens to everyone. Injuries, layoffs, heartbreaks, dead-end towns, toxic family dynamics. You're not unique in your suffering. You're part of the club. Men who've been knocked down, hit rock bottom, stared into the abyss, and wondered if there's any point in getting back up. Tonight, I'm telling you, that point is everything. Let me tell you about James. He grew up in a blue-collar town. No college scholarship, no silver spoon. At 22, he joined the steel mill. Long shifts, dangerous work, little pay. By 27, the grind had eaten his body and spirit. Divorce, bankruptcy, car repossessed. He felt invisible. Then someone handed him a worn copy of Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. He thought it was a dating manual. He was wrong. He read about suffering transformed into purpose and finding meaning in the darkest hours. It ignited something. He started running before dawn. First a mile, then 2. He devoured self-help podcasts and business books. He created a spreadsheet mapping his next 10 years. Savings goals, skill acquisition, networking targets. Fast forward 3 years. James is a proud father, married to his high school sweetheart, leading a nonprofit for veterans. Did he arrive overnight? Hell no. He bled on every step, but he chose to rise. There are 3 core truths you need to swallow whole. First, there's another reality, one radically different from the one you were raised in. Second, you have to cultivate an insatiable hunger for that reality. Third, you need a map to get there. Awakening is like having a blindfold removed. You see the summit and you snap, I want that. I deserve that. But that spark alone won't build a life. Hunger drives action. Without it, you'll circle back to comfort. You need daily rituals. 5 minutes of cold exposure to prime your willpower. 10 minutes of gratitude and growth journaling to rewire your brain. 20 minutes of focused movement to confirm that your body answers to your mind. Then, you need structures that force you to level up. An accountability partner with weekly check-ins and push-up stakes. A public declaration that raises the cost of failure, and a simple spreadsheet tracking your key metrics. Push-up counts, study hours, dollars saved, contacts made, reviewed every Sunday. Your net worth equals your network. Reach out to Upside mentors with value-first messages. Host monthly war room calls with peers. Join groups outside your comfort zone. Public speaking clubs, faith-based leadership circles. Your mind is a battlefield. Time block into 90-minute focus sprints with 15-minute breaks. Conquer one task fully before switching. Perform thought audits via random alarms to stay on mission. Skills are your currency. Pick a high-leverage skill. Devote 30 minutes daily through micro-learning. Teach what you learn via blogs or micro-lessons. Build a portfolio. Seek expert feedback. Iterate. Money is oxygen. Pay yourself 20% first. Build multiple income streams. Invest 5% of your earnings into personal development. Failure is inevitable. When setbacks hit, pause and breathe for 10 seconds. Separate fact from story. Choose one immediate action. Execute no debate. End each day by reviewing wins, documenting lessons, planning tomorrow's 3 critical actions, and repeating your anchor phrase. My past is not my prison. My pain is my power. My purpose begins now. You've been armed with rituals, networks, protocols, and mindsets. Knowledge alone isn't victory. It's time to ascend a legacy and leadership. What will they say about you when you're gone? Will your name be a footnote or a battle cry? True legacy is forged in purpose. Grab a sheet and draft your legacy blueprint. I want to be remembered for... Write 5 powerful endings. Speak with conviction. Practice eliminating and like. Listen twice as much as you speak. Model discipline. Show your scars. Scale your influence by packaging your process into courses, books, and workshops. Mentor young men and leverage technology, YouTube, podcasts, social media to teach bite-sized tactics and lead viewers deeper. Peak performance is a sustained plateau. Conduct biannual performance audits across mental, physical, emotional, financial, and relational metrics. Master energy management by mapping ultradian rhythms and scheduling tasks accordingly. Implement strategic rest. Weekly 24-hour digital detoxes. Quarterly silent retreats. Daily 5-minute micro breaks. Fulfillment blooms when you uplift others. Lead community service projects. Create content that solves urgent problems via a problem-solution transformation formula, and allocate a percentage of your revenue to align philanthropic causes. Warriors never retire. They evolve through quarterly warrior councils to review legacies, setbacks, breakthroughs, and blueprint the next quarter. When life shifts, economy crashes, or personal loss, use adaptive resilience. Acknowledge reality. Anchor to an unbreakable principle. Adapt tactics. Execute with conviction. This journey isn't solo. Each evening at 8 p.m., send your brothers a one-line report. Daily win, lesson learned, and a question. That tiny habit forges unbreakable bonds. You've reached the summit of this trilogy. You started broken, built momentum, and now stand ready to leave a mark on history. If this sequence lit a fire under your ass, smash that subscribe button. Share with every man you know, and drop, brother, I'm all in the comments. Remember, my past is not my prison. My pain is my power. My purpose begins now. Your legacy awaits. Rise, lead, and immortalize your impact.